大家好，我的名字是潘丹。今天我们一起打 Fire Emblem Seven Siblings。我很高兴认识你。Let's get started. Alright, so I hope you liked my Mandarin intro. Just practicing a little bit there. Didn't say anything too crazy. I really should have practiced and done the whole thing, but maybe next time. This is Chapter 5, Desperate Rescue. Now we got... Dude, Pate's back. It's Pate and Doug. Yeah. So same critique here on the hair. Just look at the way the shading is, and you want to have the lighter colors on the inside, dark. Look at how the guy on the right is shaded. The darker colors are on the outside. With this guy who's speaking right now, the Doug Pate recolor. I think that's is that a Carkino mug? I don't remember who made that one, but it's in a lot of the hacks, and I want to use it too. The lighter color should be on the inside, dark colors on the outside. For the girl on the left, another good rule to follow with shading is you don't want to pick a shade that is darker than the outline that you're using. So just something to keep in mind. You probably want to use a mix of grays to create that look of black hair. I think Carla might be a good person to refer to. Annalise in Dream of Five, I think, is a pretty well-shaded, dark-haired lady. If you want to just take a look at some of those, but you'll start with some grays, and the outer parts will start to look a little bit more black, but you won't go straight black like you're doing right here. But anyway, we got some tense music up. We got Wondrous Joe. Jeremiah, you're hurt. Joe, we can't hold out much longer. Do you have a plan? You have to have a plan. You can't die here. Hold on, Michelle. We're not done for yet. I just know that Ariana and Scott will get here in time. Even if they don't, if we die defending Frelia. Cough. I agree, Joe, but this thing is, we're not dead yet. Renee is marshalling its next wave, and my mount here seems to think there's more of his wyvern kin approaching. What are your orders? Wyvern's coming, eh? Alright, here's what we'll do. The port is lost, and the chaos of the first wave of Renee troops, the monsters over in the city proper. However, the monsters are dumb beasts, uncoordinated. It pains me to say it, but I think our best bet is to leave the villagers fend for themselves and slip past these beasts. Meanwhile, we'll hold down the line at the docks. Human troops are too smart to let stragglers escape. Monsters aren't. I hate to go this route, but it's our best shot. This is our last stand, then. We will die hoping we can hold out long enough for the town folks to escape. I didn't think it would end this soon. It's been an honor serving with you, Captain. I gotta say, I admire Joe's gray morality here. He's like, leave the villagers to deal with the monsters. We have more important shit. Leadership is hard choices. I respect that about Joe. I can't wait for Joe to be playable. Jeremiah, no. You can fly out of here. You're already hurt. Don't sacrifice yourself. It's okay, Michelle. My mount is injured as well. We'd be prime targets of those incoming riders. Besides, I would rather be here with the captain and with you. Jeremiah, There's a lot of romance in this game, too. Holy heck. Ha! Not sure I've ever seen you at a loss for words before Lieutenant Michelle. But all hope is not lost yet. My old muscles have strengthened them yet. The next wave approaches. I'll take the point. You two back me up. We'll hold out as long as we can. Yes! Warrior Joe! Let's go! Talk to Joe! Alright, this is a cool objective. So we got the crew. Last time we recruited you, Katie. This lovely Catherine color here. And she looks pretty decent. I mean, I guess I can bring everyone. So let me just double check and make sure that I don't have any extra items here that I can't use besides the fire tome. I'll give this to Andrew. I always think of Andrew from Star Fox. Uncle Andros. Okay, let's see. This guy, he looks like he could say Uncle Andros. Oh, we got supports. Let's see. I wonder how much supports were changed. And it looks like the classes were changed. Look at all this light. Scott only talks to people with light affinities, apparently. That's funny. And with supports, it's tricky because it's you want it to be certain characters, and then you recognize that some characters don't have, they all have the same affinity, and that can kind of suck. Okay. So let's look at this map. Alright, so I like this premise. They're defending the docks. There's some human dudes coming from here. I'm assuming there's going to be some reinforcements disembarking from this boat. And who do we got over here? We have Joe. The Jagan, a wise unit trainer of Frelia, has taught many how to fight. He's got some items. He's got some stats. Low luck, though. Gotta watch out for that with Jeremiah. A skilled wife promoter, loved by all, but is his own worst critic. Ooh, gotta love that. Pretty bulk, pretty solid. And then we got Michelle, the Murmur. I wonder if you get these guys now, because they all seem like way higher level than most of my dudes. Like, my dudes are like barely averaging like level 8, and these guys are all way higher. I mean, that's fine, but I'm just curious what the balance is here. So let's see these guys. So we got a lot of spiders. Holy heck. I mean, these spiders aren't really doing too much. 14, 15 damage, so yeah, I think this will be fine. We can probably just charge right in. I like the way this is laid out, though. Multiple paths, choke points. This is cool. This reminds me a little bit of that chapter in Road to Ruin, like one of the really early ones where you're fighting in the village and you start in the corner and you kind of have a similar layout. The only issue I had with that chapter was the flow of it. I think conceptually it made a lot of sense. So let's see here. I think we're going to send we'll send Sammy down low with Scotty at the choke point. We'll get Weston and Sarah up there. Katie down here with Wilhelm. Good old Wilhelm. Yeah, let's try this out. Let's see how this goes. Desperate rescue. All right. Before we get started, I'm gonna take a quick break to grab some espresso. So give me 1 second. Alright, we're back, and we're gonna go talk to Joe. So I guess that's when the map ends. I like that premise. I like stuff like this. This reminds me of the Dream of 5 chapter. We have to talk to Coolahan. Here they come, Scott. You'd better get here soon. Freeland scum, you can't possibly stand our armor much longer. The city is lost to you. Turn and run like the cowards you are and die to the hell hands of the beast infesting your wretched land. Dude, if I recall correctly, Freeland is like the only place that didn't get totally borked in FE8, besides the fact that they lost their stone. Alright everyone, this will be our toughest fight we face in our lives. There's a clear path to Joe while maintaining one for the villagers to evacuate. Stay strong and fight together. Hold on, Joe, I'm coming for you. Oh, that would be interesting if there were villagers here. I mean, that would be very hard for a chapter 5, I think, but I think it would be fun. Alright, let's see. Sammy, how are we doing here? Sammy's just going in. Let's see. And then how do you do, Katie? Katie can just go in too. Let's go. Take those spiders. Haha. Alright. Keegan, I'm gonna send him down here to get the houses. Sniff. How will I escape? I got left behind. What? You're here to rescue us? You're here. Here, take this. It's a family treasure. Thank you. I won't forget you guys. The Master Seal. Alright. Then we'll go up here. Oh yeah, so one thing that I should mention is that WarPath sent me over a new patch to play that I totally just forgot about until this very moment. I just woke up and wanted to record. And now I recognize that I should probably be playing that version. As far as I know, there wasn't anything changed besides, what's it called? There we go. Nothing was changed with the exception of the new chapter that was added, at least in this current build. I think he's still going to go back and revisit some of the older maps to tweak them more, which I think is a good choice. Let's see, can you reach? Yes, alright. So, he's going to go do that. Okay, actually, I should have traded here. This is fine too. She doesn't have a javelin, but that's also okay. Let's see. Yeah, so the next video will be of the new patch. I just need to get it set up. I should be able to get my save working with the new patch. We'll take it from there. I'm just thinking too, off topic, it's just like, man, like I really want to get back into practicing my Mandarin. It was something I did for a while when I was in school, and I've totally fallen out of it. I just never get a chance to really use it. I feel like the internet's probably a good place to use it, but never really have much of an opportunity to do much. And maybe I can gain a massive Chinese following if I speak a little bit of Mandarin. 大家好，我的名字是潘丹。今天我们一起回答 Seven Siblings。这是一个 ROM hack. Yeah. My Mandarin's crazy rusty. I know food names, and that's food names and like how to ask people where the bathroom is. It's nice to meet them. But yeah, let's see. All right, so they're just holding out here. Keegan's taking a beating once again. This bottom part is a little bit... I like these like flying eyeball dudes. They're scary. And those wyvern riders coming here too. Okay, this is gonna get a little... I want to get Ariana up there to deal with those guys. So let's do this. Let's have Will roasty toasty. I like that. Let's have Scotty Boy go here. I think Weston the Beston up top. So you can probably deal with these guys. These guys are packing, I think. They've got steel lances. Yeah, this is Scott territory. No, it's Weston territory. With the Lance Reaver, maybe? Ooh, that could be the play. I like this play. This is a play. We got the Lance Reaver, and we got a bunch of wyverns. They're about to meet Weston, and they're gonna get borked. Alright, here we go. Let you heal yourself up, Andrew. Andrew's really good here. I feel like Andrew's gonna be the most valuable offensive unit. Let's see, let's pull, let's see. Okay, let's go this way. I wish I had a javelin, but that's my own fault for using it on the last map. Okay. So I'm just gonna let Ariana do this. Ariana's gonna cover for her bros down below. Keegan's gotta peel back for a heal. I might use Katie. I think I might use Katie to finish this guy off. Yeah, let's do that. So Katie's gonna get healed up by Kayla. We'll do this with Keegs. And then, can you one-shot this guy? Yes, you can. Let's go. All right. So Keegan should be able to take a hit from a spider. Oof, not great, Sammy. All right, let's see. I will say I like that this map is hectic right up front. I think that's really good. It makes me feel like I need to use every single one of my units, which is really important. Let's see, let's go here because Ariana needs a heal, so I'm going to drop that off. So if she's only taking damage from one side, then we're in good shape. They're going for Joe! Wow, I guess he's got the bow equipped. Yeah, but I like the immediate pressure up front. I think that's really good. It's not too overbearing where I feel like I need to like hole out and just wait for waves to come. But I feel like now there's like it's going to be a little bit of like a baiting match just because of how much space there is between me and the enemy. And that's like a little hard to account for. Like you want units to move in, but you don't want them to all move in at once. They're also monsters, so they're not smart, as the game tells you. Let's see, Weston. Weston, let's go. So this is very satisfying to use a weapon I got in the last map effectively. This is incredibly satisfying, actually. Yeah, this was a good use of the Lance Reaver. Just get these guys out of here, mitigate their hit. I kind of want to. I don't really want to send Weston shopping, but he's over there. Shell with crits. Oh, the crits. Will he continue the trend? No. Jeremiah does not get the crits. I like the way they're like holed up there though. That's pretty cool, I gotta say. I do like the way this chapter is designed conceptually. I think it could be a little bit tighter. It's like there's a lot of space between me and Joe now and not that many monsters in between. But that's okay. Let's see, look at that. 0 hit Weston. Alright, that was really well handled, Weston, thank you. Let's see, you're gonna elixir this turn. You're gonna one round this dude. Oh, nope, that's gonna be a kill for Wilhelm. Alright, Pirate. No, he still only has 2 skill, but he's got 1 res. Dude, his hit is gonna be like only 82 with the Iron Axe. This is Scott. Scott, you must learn to hit stuff. That's nice. I'll take magic. Alright, let's see. Boom. Thanks, Sarah. Okay, you're needing a heal real bad, Keegan. I gotta say, Keegan definitely feels like my worst unit combat-wise. But that's fine. This healer's looking dope. Okay, let's see. Yeah, he's not doing too much. Let's see, you can do this. Can I set the kill for the Keeg? Keeg needs some experience, so real bad. Let's try this. Dodge it? Nope. Okay. Katie will get that house. Keeg. Training thieves is always something my cursor is so slow. Okay, there are thieves that it's always tough to determine. That's a nice reward. More money. Okay. Thieves are one of those classes where it's like I'm never sure how much I should train them because I never know when I'm going to get a replacement that's going to just be better out of the box and be good enough for the rest of the game. Like Sacred Stones, I think, is an example of this where it's like I want to train Colm up front, and then I get Renak, and it's like, well, I didn't really need to train Colm because Colm I'm training to be a utility unit most of the time anyway. Like Colm the Assassin, is that really worthwhile? It's like, all right, I may as well just use like Marissa or Joshua. You could use both, I suppose, but like, do you really want to have multiple assassins on your team? Unless you're super edgy. But with a unit like Keegan, who's like not really that great at combat, which is fine. Thieves don't always need to be good at combat, but you do need to figure out, like, as the player, I'm saying, you need to figure out, like, is this going to be a unit worth using in the long term? And I don't know if Keegan is worth using in the long term until I see, until I play through the game and see, is there another thief that comes in that's just going to outclass him, right? Like, is he I feel like Matthew in FE7, like, you have him long enough where it's like you might want to train him a little bit, especially because he's in those chapters by himself. Let's see, yeah, we're going to send Sarah to do shopping. Okay. Get Will up here. So, but I'm an old man now. I can fight any longer. But you can. Here, take my good luck charm. Maybe it'll be less luck for you. I like that guy. We've got his icon. Nice. Okay. So that's going to Scotty, I think. We're just doing that right now. Scott needs as much hit as he can get. Look at that. 83 hit. Let's go, Scotty. Alright. So, what was that? So yeah, so like with training thieves, like I just won't know until I have an alternative, until I've seen an alternative. And I'm not saying this WarPath is like, oh, your thief is frustrating to use, but more so, like, should I even bother, right? And that's on the player. You've given me a thief who's immediately useful, contextually in his map. Not as useful here, which is fine. Not every map is going to be Thief City. But I question, like, do I want to give him kills, or do I want to give my other units kills instead, because he's going to get replaced? And he doesn't really have much of a future as a combat unit regardless. Let's get some ambush spawns over here. It would be kind of nice if these guys were actually a little threatening to these folks. Like, Jeremiah's like pretty near death. Did these guys heal? They have elixirs, no elixir, 2. Okay, so Joe doesn't have any healing items. Joe's just berserking out. Alright, let's see. Can I get a javelin? No. Oh, I can. Let's do one hand axe. Let's do one of these. We'll do another one of these. One of these. Alright. Now we're gonna get the heck out of here. Eek, that might not have been the right play here. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes. He's not gonna get doubled, so we're fine. Okay. Let's see. Sammy. This is looking a little dicey for this group here. Alright, Keegan might have to come in to finish that guy off. Let's see, Katie with strength. Ooh, that's a level up. Let's go, Katie, the fencer. Nice. Go, Keegan. Let's see how Keegan does in his first level up. I've been talking crap about him all map. It's level. Oh, he's leveled up before, I think. I think I've given him a level. Let's see. Let's heal you up. Normally, I would say, like, I feel like a map like this would be a great map to introduce a second healer, because you definitely want to split up your units, I feel, to take care of all these dudes. But at the same time, it's also, I think, a unique challenge to only have one healer and have to use, like, the vulneraries and the elixirs you could have stolen. Like, I think that's a pretty fair design choice. Let's see. I'm going to send Will. Let's see how Will does over here. Alright. Going after Katie. Katie's gonna get him. Let's go. Alright. Uh-oh, Michelle's taking a beating. Even with the rescue, only 19 damage. That's sick. But I'm gonna break my Lance Reaver just fighting these wyverns, honestly. Alright. Michelle's gonna shift over. Bro, the line's not being oh, the line is broken. The line is broken. You may, I don't know if you want to put like boss AI on them, so they never move. Reinforcements arrived, have they? I shall join the battle myself then. Oh, that's a timer. That is a timer. Oh, heck. Okay, okay, okay. We're fine. This is fine. Will? This is fine. Alright, Scotty's gotta get up there pronto. I love timers. I love timers. Thank you, WarPath. Alright, let's go. Let's lug my Armor Knight up. A big lug. Let's heal up Sammy, because she's gotta do some tanking. Alright, I gotta really pick up the pace here. I mean, let's see, how threatening is this guy? He is beefy. Oh boy, it's actual Carlisle. It's real world Carlisle, and he's going after Joe. Alright, Ariana, let's go here with the steel bow. Did your iron bow break? Oh, I guess it did. I should have bought an iron bow. But that is not for now. Level 10? Dude, she's speedy as heck. That was a nice level up. Alright, what's here? Nothing. Okay, that's fine. Keegan. Andrew's gonna go up here to visit. Oh, these bones are old. I'm no good fighting, but you young one. Yound one. That's just a typo there. Maybe just what you need. Energy ring. That does not need to go to Scott. Scott can rush up here. Katie will take over here. More spiders. Ooh. Ambush spiders, man. This game loves its ambush spawns. I will say that I respect ambush spawns way more when it's the only type of reinforcement there is. I don't like when you're mixing it up between ambush and non-ambush. Ooh, the boss moves. The boss moves. Heck, man. Heck. Joe. Joe should be able to take a round from this guy. See, this is, I mean, this map is big, man. Alright. Alright, let's figure out how we're gonna do this. So we'll get Katie here with the Iron Lance. Aha! You thought I was trapped, but I was not. Because that village was already broken. That's a pretty nifty trick. Alright. Weston, set that up for Wilhelm here. Alright, let's do that. Wyverns, okay. I love how chaotic this feels. And it's really a race, man. It is such a foot race. I kind of wish, too, that it was a little clearer who had to do what. Like, is Scott the Lord? Is Ariana the Lord? Like, Scott's, like, clearly very important. But Ariana, if Ariana was labeled Lord, that would just make it a little bit easier. Let's see. Can Scott do the talking? Yes, he can. Joe, you're alive. I knew you'd hold out. Ha, and I knew you two would make it to me. Joe evacuated all the villagers and secured an escape route. I recommend. Actually, wait, hang on. I forgot to get this village. Let's do some shopping real quick. Heal save. Always need heal staves. Alright, and then Ariana will go here. I see those two wyverns. Worm Slayer! That would have been useful a few turns ago, but that's nice. I like that. That's a contextually useful item. Okay. Joe, you're alive. I knew you'd hold out. Ha, I knew you two would make it to me. Joe, we evacuated all the villagers and secured an escape route. I recommend we make a full retreat. You don't need to tell me twice. Michelle, Jeremiah, the cavalry's arrived. It's time to get out of here. Make to the southeast this way. With any luck, the Renee soldiers and the monsters will hold each other up. Dang, I can't believe that worked. Alright, everyone. We can rest for a moment. It seems that the Renee soldiers are busy holding off the spiders. Tend to the wounded and be ready to move out in 15 minutes. Jeremiah, are you okay? Every breath you take, every move you make, you wince in pain. And I'll be watching you. Yeah, I'll be fine, Scott. You know I've had worse. It's thanks to you that I'm even alive. Their commander and elite troops were bearing down on us. We wouldn't have been able to hold out much longer. Don't worry about it, Jerry. You would have done the same for me. So can we talk exactly about what happened for a second? An invasion on top of the monsters? Frey's been on not great terms with Renee since I've been alive, but this seems to be out of left field. Joe, you're maybe the most insightful person I've ever met. Any clue what's going on? I'm not quite sure. Quite honestly, since Selena arrived in the capital, I hadn't received any further messages or news from the capital that didn't pertain to dealing with the monsters. Although a month or so before Selena arrived, my sources had hinted that some conflict between the nobles and the continent was brewing. It didn't seem like a precursor to war, though. It was nothing like how things were 20 years ago, before the Magus War. Back then, any villager could tell you to cut the tension in the air between the nations with a butter knife. Come to think of it, while Renee had a sizable force, it wasn't overwhelming, nor was their armor equipment new or of the highest quality. Quite honestly, they looked like regular soldiers that were hurriedly rushed off to war. You're right, Jeremiah. Looked nothing like the truly fully decked out battalions I saw in the last war, so they were sent off to war suddenly. It seems like a puzzle we don't have enough pieces to solve for now. What's our next move, Joe? I nor anybody else here has any experience being in a country truly at war. What's the plan, old man? I'd hoped I'd never lived to see another war. With the key port on the western coast being one of their first, if not the first target, I'd say the strategy must involve controlling the supply chain heading inland. It makes sense. A smart move, but a risky one. And designed to ensure that the war can't be dragged out into a series of different fronts. Cut off food and weapon supplies and force will hold out for long. My best guess is that Renee is blitzing for the capital. I say we do that as well. That's our plan then. I'll go till wait. I guess you're the CO now, Joe. Scott, I saw the way you and Arian took the reins during the rescue. Truth be told, I think it should be you two who lead us on the front. The troops believe in you two. Unite them all. Truth be told, I'm a captain because I'm a great trainer, not a great battle commander. It's true, Scott. We all believe in you. You two have what it takes to lead us. I think we've all known that, even as other officers. Wow. I don't know what to say, guys. It's an honor. I'll go till R. We can sort this out at the chain of command along the road. Alright. That was Chapter 5. Desperate Rescue. Alright, so turning point chapter here. What do I have to say about it? I liked it. I love the anti-turtle incentive. I needed to boogie hard, man. I needed to boogie to get to Joe. The moment I saw Carlisle show up, I panicked. I loved that feeling when I'm playing a game. I like the way the map was laid out in that I wanted to take multiple paths to get all the houses and clear stuff out. I like the way I got to use my Reaver weapons against the Wyverns this time. That was really nifty because it allowed Scott to be somewhere else where he not necessarily would have been more valuable, but I got to, I mean, if I had put Scott up there to deal with the Wyverns, I wouldn't have made it to Joe in time. No way. So having Weston with the Lance Reaver up there made this chapter, I felt smart as the player for doing that, but it also is using an item that solved the problem for me that I wouldn't have been able to, because I was thinking at first, oh man, like, should I send Ariana up there? should I send Scott up there? Because those are really the best 2 units to deal with Wires, but I want them elsewhere as 2. But Weston with the Lance Reaver, especially because he's kind of moving wide up there. If he needs to catch up, he has the most movement too. The other 2 don't. So I like that because my Lords needed to be in another place, which is great. So really nice design choice. The ambush ones actually kind of worked here, I'll say. Like normally I'm not crazy about it, but like where they're spawning, they're not going to attack you on the first turn, most likely. And they're spawning far enough away that it's not an issue. Also, it just makes sense contextually in the map. Like there are monsters everywhere. We're being invaded. Like holy heck, that's like if that's ever a cause for ambush spawns, it's here. I mean, would I still do it? Probably not. But as a design choice, it can work here. The ambush spawns in general haven't really felt super punishing overall. What else? What else? What else? What else can I say about this map? I would say aesthetic-wise, like this was probably one of the better ones. I think you should definitely look at the paths a little bit more around the houses and make it a little bit more jagged. Like it definitely felt a little square around the edge of the village. And that's stuff that I do too, right? Like your first map, you just want to lay out like this is what I think it'll look like, see how it plays, and then worry about the aesthetics later when you like the map. I would say this is a good map. You should keep this map. You might want to make it a little bit smaller, whether that is a little bit more narrow, a little bit flatter on the village side, because you're going to want to do a couple things. I mean, like, I think I was playing pretty fast overall. Like, I don't really think I dawdled very much. I definitely like stayed a little bit to clean out some dudes, but like nothing beyond I think the essential stuff. And if I had dawdled any more, I would have lost because that guy was coming in hot. He was coming in so hot. So imagine someone who is playing and maybe their Scott isn't as buff, or maybe they're playing Iron Man, or maybe they're, um, you know, just a slower player in general. And then Carlisle shows up and then just a Bork's Joe. Like, that could have been really, really scary. So I would make it a little bit smaller so that it's a bit easier to get to him, but you still feel that pressure. You want that player to feel the pressure of this boss coming in onto the objective, which is like, go talk to Joe. But you want to make it a bit more achievable. Like, I barely made it, and I thought I was moving quickly. And there also wasn't a lot of indication that this boss was coming. I mean, yeah, you could have made that assumption. It's like, oh, it's a war boat. These dudes are coming out. It makes sense. But I think a little bit more clear indication to the player that there's a commander that might come strike them, or at least like have him show up and give a little bit more leeway to the player, be like, he's here, he's going to move soon, could help a little bit, and like letting the player know, like, if you don't get there soon, Joe will be borked. At the start of the map, I was admittedly taking a little bit more of my time because I didn't think there was any reason for me to move faster. Like, they were clearly able to dispatch those soldiers without much issue. Michelle and Jeremiah had some issues, but they had elixirs, so they were a bit more fine than I was giving them credit for. But I think I only had like 3 turns from the time Carlisle showed up. I mean, I could have lost the map right then and there if I wasn't in the right position. So I think just giving a little bit more indication to the player that this is going to happen. I'm not sure how you might want to do that, whether it's through dialogue, whether it's through having him on the map and then, moving a little bit and then you're saying like, I'll charge in like in a few turns or something like that, and just like let them know. I guess it's also through dialogue. But yeah, something to consider. Overall, I think this was the strongest map yet. You were right in that it was a little bit of a difficulty spike. Like this definitely felt like the most challenging chapter so far. I think the monsters are still kind of weak. The enemies in general are still not very strong, but it was fun. I had a good time with this one. So that was Chapter 5, Desperate Rescue. My name is Pandan. What means this? Pandan. And this is Fire Emblem The Seven Siblings, a Fire Emblem 8 ROM hack by WarPath. This was Chapter 5, Desperate Rescue. We talked to the Wondrous Joe, and you should make it so only Andrew can talk to Joe. Wondrous Joe, I'm here. Alright, I will see you guys in a bit. My name is Pandan. Like, subscribe, tell all your friends, donate to my Patreon that I don't have, send me money. I'm kidding, don't send me money. Fund me. Just fund me so I can do this all the time. But anyway, guys, I'll see you later. My name is Pandan, and next time we will do Chapter 6, Ooh, 5x, meanwhile. Alright, I'll see you later. My cursor says goodbye.